Hello guys, I'm recording from travel, so bear with me. Sorry for bad audio quality and overall bad quality. I'm probably the worst Cardano YouTuber there is, but bear with me because there is some merit to what I have to say. So, Axotrade is not decentralized exchange. This is the statement made by their team member, and it was back in July 2022 on the Indigo protocol Discord. He came there to argue with Indigo team because he was upset that they do not know what Axotrade is. Back then it was called Maladex. So he says it's not a DEX. Pretty sure it's called Maladex for a reason. So like I mentioned, Maladex was previous name of Axotrade, and they had also one more name before that, and it was called Demon Exchange. So they had two name changes, and yeah. And now he's complaining that their product lead is unaware of another project's information, and maybe the name doesn't fit the project then. Okay, so they changed from Maladex to Axotrade. So he claims it's not a DEX, so either it's not exchange or it's not decentralized. Well, I'm pretty sure it is an exchange and will be exchanged, but for the decentralization part, I think he might be onto something, and I will talk about it later. First, I would like to go with you over their tokenomics, because it's important to read their white paper. It's pretty good white paper. It has 92 pages, and so we will only focus on a little bit of that. So their tokenomics, they also changed the tokenomics back in January 2023, I believe, when they changed the name. So basically they broke ISPO agreement, and then they totally changed tokenomics. In the description of the video I will give links to my tweets about it, where it's more detailed over there. Okay, let's go over those tokenomics. 25% allocated for development with 5% vested every year over total period of 4 years, and 5% separately allocated to private sale. Okay, this was basically it was 5 years vesting for the team and 4% unlocked every year. So basically they changed it to have more money over a shorter period of time. I mean more AXA tokens. 25% treasury reserves, and the rest is for incentivization rewards, whatever that will be. Let's go further because it's important here. Token vesting schedule. AXA token has the following vesting schedules. Development fund will vest over 4 years. Portion of development funds reserved for private sale will have its own discretionary vesting period. What that means, it's secret. Nobody knows the period. It can be 1 day, 1 month, whatever. It's a big secret. And I can only give one investment advice here to everyone listening. Invest only in assets you understand. To understand asset, you need to understand supply and demand. And here basically they wall you off from understanding supply here, because you don't know the vesting period, because it's discretionary. Treasury will unlock gradually. Okay, that's also very vague. So gradually it will unlock over 1 month, over 1 year, whatever. So that's also cutting us off from understanding the supply here. I don't even have mouse over here, so it's really fucked up for me. Platform rewards will unlock gradually to incentivize specific behaviors. Blah blah blah. It will take multiple years for all rewards to be distributed. First airdrops will unlock around the platform launch to the early adopters and supporters. Airdrops will be applied in response to specific events. It will be gradual and only small portion will be used at times. The initial supply will be comprised of, no, it's basically 10% of all the tokens. And basically what changed, if you check their original white paper and tokenomics when it was called Maladex, it was June of 2022. Uh, basically, there was only vesting for private investors, and for the normal investors, for the ISPO participants, there was no vesting. So basically, all tokens were supposed to unlock at the starts. It's, yeah, public allocation will unlock after on the platform launch, and private allocation will have a vesting period. So basically, it was better for the small guys. Yeah, and right now it's better for the private investors. And it's worth to mention that prominent Cardano members from Twitter community like Cardano Whale and Monad Alexander, they are private investors. So if you check their accounts, if you can program, you can check how many times they mention different projects, and I guarantee you on number one spot is Axotrade. The reason being, it is they have heavy bugs over there. Okay, let's go further towards the centralization part. Maybe let's start here. There was a discussion among the Cardano devs about the Axotrade when they released a testnet, and basically it was started by Ilya Oskin and also Dave Baymont David joined it. Um, he's a great guy, one of my favorite Twitter accounts. So I recommend following that guy if you want to get some technical knowledge about Cardano and insight of a developer. He's a great guy. Okay, the white paper says about a network of OME nodes that eliminates front running and manipulation. I see no evidence of on-chain consensus in execution transactions. So what exactly OME network is? This worries me. If this transaction is sent off-chain to Axo OME's mempool, this means we have to trust the team not to front-run transactions, like you mentioned, as they can view them before they execute on-chain. If this is the case, I would question this aspect of protocol design architecturally, because it introduces trust instead of reducing it, which would be impossible to detect if this mempool is not openly distributed. Okay, so it's worth showing you the video of the um, Axo of the Axo protocol architect. He's a CEO of the Generation Lambda company that is developing the Axotrade.
I think the goal of decentralized finance is to bridge this gap between the usability, so we have the same level of experience, and we don't have to rely on the trust. And I think, frankly, we are just at the beginning of the beautiful journey.
So basically, he is contradicting himself, because he said role of decentralized finance is to bridge the gap between usability, so we have the same level of experience as centralized exchanges without having to rely on trust. I'm sorry, sir, but here you are contradicting yourself, because your order matching engine is closed sourced, and we as users have no way of verifying if it's fair at all, because we don't know if you can or reorder our matches, if you can censor reorder our orders, or censor our orders. Basically, we were concerned about you being able to do it in October 20th, right? And here basically is your article from December 19th, where you say Axo can never modify or access your strategies but can close, eject them in case of catastrophic issue. In the unlikely event that a security vulnerability is detected in the on-chain code, the protocol can easily return assets to the ownership receipt holders. The effect is the same as when a user cancels an order or when an order is filled. All assets are safely returned to the user's wallet. Well, it sounds to me like you are able to do it manually. So basically, what stops you from censoring those orders? Or for example, if you don't like someone, what stops you from censoring his orders? And it says strategies, but I believe simplest form of strategy is limit order, for example. So um, and this is the good question because I have seen you blocking people on your Discord for asking inconvenient questions. I have seen you kicking out your guy from your team and also blocking him on Discord, so he couldn't muting him so he couldn't write anything. And I knew that guy back then because your project is under my scrutiny after 2020, since 2020 1st September, and yeah, basically, I was also banned from your Discord even though I was inactive there 6 months, and I was banned because I commented on Indigo Protocol Discord, basically criticizing you that you broke ISPO agreement. And after you read that, you just banned me from your Discord and blocked me from your Twitter. So if you can do something like this, there's nothing stopping you to censor our orders or even reorder them. And for example, put your own orders in higher priority, so they got matched sooner, even though they were made later. There's nothing stopping you doing that. And let's continue with the tweet here. The next question flows from the previous one. Why should I trust that these bots match my orders fairly? Don't reorder them to someone's profit or censor them. When reading the thread, this was also my question. This is fairly common on permissionless matching, batching, etc. But in conjunction to the item 1, this could be fairly significant. But also, if this was open sourced, it would positively mean that reordering opportunity is fair. Not only would mean this opportunity is with the team only. So yes, we as users have no way to verify what is happening under hood because it is closed sourced to the convenience of Axotrade team. And about censoring, there's also this prominent member of Cardano community, Richard McCracken. He has been SPO since the very beginning, I believe, and he also was asking you questions in the past, and you also blocked him. And so this behavior is it's not good, I believe. You should, guys, stand for open discussion and not only pretend. Also, I have seen a lot of pettiness from your team side. It's just a simple example. I won't dwell on it. Maybe it will be a topic for another video, but this is also the reason why I lost the trust in the team, because I have seen you treating badly another users on your Discord, changing their names, like abusing admin and changing their names, making fun of them. I mean, it was one guy, it wasn't many people, but it's just an example. Also, I have seen you talking bullshit about other projects, and it was like talking bad stuff about other projects, like mean swap, Sunday swap, Indigo protocol. Now I think you are in the war in genius yield. I don't know who is right, who is wrong. I'm not following that so closely, but um, this is so unnecessary, guys. um, what should I talk about next? Yeah, so those are my concerns, and now I understand what he meant, that this is not a decentralized exchange. Of course, Axotrade is exchange. I think the Axo team is Axo dev team is a very talented team, and that's what brought me to Axo in the first place, and that's why I joined this community at the first place. But and I understand the enthusiasm people have about Axo, but somehow my trust in a team got lost along the way, and I hope they can improve on the decentralization part. Also, I think it's worth mentioning those order matching engine off-chain code. I think it is run exclusively by Axo right now, so other other decentralized exchanges have they have their off-chain code open. So, for example, there's this Spectrum network, and everyone can run off-chain bots and match the orders and earn earn fees this way. And I think the other order book exchange called Genius Yield, I think they open source their off-chain code, which is basically corresponds to Axotrade's OME part. And about OME, it's also good to read about OME in their white paper. I mean, before you even invest it, you should read the white paper in detail and understand most of it. So let's go over order matching engine here. Architecture order matching engine is an independent component deployed on machine with Cardano node. Cardano node provides the state and ability to query the blockchain, the functionality required to get the list of all existing programmable swaps, and to communicate to the orders. Okay, routing rules and fairness. The engine deals with multiple types of orders such as market order, limit order, liquidity pool, DCA, sophisticated for portfolio management strategy composed of many conditions and rebalancing strategies. It is clear that due to composability of the protocol, all that is required to guarantee fairness of programmable swaps is to guarantee fairness of the fundamental building blocks. Example, DCA will be guaranteed to be fair, and if its building blocks in example market orders are guaranteed to be fair. This means that in the version 1 of programmable swaps, we only need to guarantee fairness of the fundamental building block, market orders and limit orders for all programmable swaps regardless of how complex. To be fair. Guys, fairness, fairness. Oh my god. You love this word, like you love it to throw it around everywhere. This is crazy. The routing order to ensure fairness is as follows. All cancel order requests are processed. This guarantees that if someone wishes to cancel their order, it is done before orders are executed. This creates a potential vulnerability where a user might submit an order in one block and immediately cancel it in the next, but the fee for order cancellation will remediate it. All market orders are processed in order submission, first in, first out. For market orders to be processed, the price must be within the requested slippage. The actions of the more complex programmable swaps boil down to the guarantee of market orders and limit orders, thus ensuring that all programmable swaps are fair. Security and scalability. Okay, security is important, and then centralization. The safety of programmable swaps is guaranteed by the conditions encoded in a redeemer. In example, order can only be cancelled from the wallet that created it. Okay, basically, you wrote in December that you can eject strategies, and I believe order, like limit order, is the simplest form of strategy. So, kind of contradiction here. Order can only be executed if there is on-chain proof that it is the best available price and within defined limits of execution such as slippage. Those metrics do not depend on any additional sources of security, but rather simply on the market conditions. There is no more security needed, as all required conditions are to be included with the redeemer and are provided already by Cardano blockchain. Decentralization. The aforementioned mechanism presents a unique ability to decentralized order execution by sharing the engine binary with stake pool operations. Uh, I believe you mean stake pool operators. Then they would be able to partake in order execution and Hydra had layer 2 formation for participation in DEX rewards. Okay, so for now, when it's 16th July is the release, the launch of the protocol, I never heard of any stake pool operators running your binaries of your off-chain code order matching engine. Basically, I think it will be you doing it yourselves, which is also not decentralized approach. Okay, guys, sorry for my long banter. Um, the main takeaway from it is the financial advice to invest only in what you understand, only in assets you understand. And here, basically, with their secrecy, we are, as users, are unable to understand supply because we don't know the vesting period of private investors. We don't know the how fast will treasury funds unlock, etc. So we are unable to comprehend the supply over here. I know there's big shilling going on, but I think it stems from people just wanting to earn and having bugs in Axotrade, and nobody is talking why you should buy those tokens or why you shouldn't. And I think that makes for a very good discussion why you shouldn't do this. And I invite you to do this on Twitter instead of shilling. Um, so as with everything, guys. Take care of yourself and stay safe. Maybe see you next time. Sorry for my long banter and probably most unprofessional video in Cardano community. Take care. Bye bye.